What's going on, everyone? This is Ryan from Above the Hook. We're out here at Montana de Oro this morning. Our goal today is to catch a rock cod called the Cabezon. It's been a difficult fish for me to catch for 2017, so that is the goal for today. All right, we're on our way out. I got Alex with me and Tony. Got a couple other guys coming up behind us. The plan is for Cabezon is we're gonna go ahead and head south. The key is finding rocky points. Cabezon typically live in more shallow water, so we're not planning on going out, 4 miles out to get to the deeper waters. We're probably gonna be going about a mile out. And the plan is to fish somewhere like in the 70-foot water range. That's where typically Cabezons like to be. So we'll be dropping smaller jigs. They're not like lingcod. They don't have like the super big mouths. And plus I'm using a smaller jig because I'm hoping I can accidentally hook up to a greenling. So we're gonna go ahead and head out that way and see what we can do. So the setup that I'm using today is basically like a little squid jig here, but the knots that I'm using is a uni knot. It's probably one of the #1 knots that I use. I pretty much use it for everything. And then I'm using a dropper loop for the teaser. So stay tuned and go ahead and click the link at the end of the video and I'll show you how to go ahead and tie this dropper loop. I'm hooked up to something. Huh! I got a trailer ling at like 5 feet deep. Yeah, 5 feet. Come here. Come here. Ah. Okay. That's enough, dude. Hey, tag this spot. Oh, I lost it. That was interesting. I just couldn't get the grips into that fish's mouth. It was a keeper. So I was reeling it up and the jig was about 5 feet off the water and that lingcod nailed that garage bait. Lingcods will chase those things straight up if they want it. So they must have really wanted that garage bait. Yeah. No, there's definitely marks here, man. Dude, it did it again. Off the top. Yeah, but that's crazy. Another ling. Decent. Looks like the same one. I get a second chance. Oh my God, this guy. Look at that. I need to show you guys this. So, this ling is insane. Don't move. He swallowed that garage bait. Swallowed it. I'm impressed. I'm digging it. 25. So one of the things I'm going to be doing today, so I'm going to be dropping this jig down with the Water Wolf by Savage Gear. Alex from Realistic Wraps hooked us up with this. We're trying to get some different shots for our episodes, just more interesting shots, and this should do it. You'll be able to see a perspective of what the lure's actually doing and what's hitting it and how they're hitting it. Pretty cool little product that just goes in line. I just have 2 swivels with 2 uni knots, and then I just have my lures, my jigs, and we'll see what happens, how this comes out, but cool little product. That's a snag. That's a fish. It went from a snag to a fish. Oh, it feels decent, man. Could be that camera though. All right, so I'm sitting at 70 feet of water. I just snagged and hooked up to a fish. Got out of the snag, so the fish probably got me out of the snag, which is great because I have a camera sitting on my lure right now. Yeah, and it's just a little fish. Just a little gopher. Surprisingly strong fight out of these dudes today. Good thing about having a kayak with a pedal drive, it frees up your hands. When you're fishing, obviously you need to have your hands free, but when you snag like I just did there, what happens is when you snag, you typically come in at one point, so like an entry point. What you do with the kayak with a pedal drive is that you pedal past that and then basically rip it back out that same spot that you came. If you don't know where that exit point is, then what you do is you let a lot of line out and you just spin circles around where your lure is at, and you just kind of popping it as you go. And most of the time, like 90% of the time, you can pop that lure right back out. It's got to be a ling, right? It's just a ling. It's not even that big. Damn. Maybe I'm just not... Sorry, there's a ling cod. Got that on the garage bait again. It seems to be doing pretty good, so pretty stoked. 23. Fish on. Feels decent. Feels like... God, what is that? Could it be? Could it be my Cabezon? You never know. And it's a worm. And there's kelp down there. Red rockfish. Decent size.
Yeah, he's a medium large.
So I just got on the call on the radio that Dusty hooked up with a Cabezon. And it looks like Felton's hooked up too. So I don't know why I'm talking. Need to fish. So here we go. Really? Big fish, big fish. Feels big. Hey, it's not big, but it's a Cabezon. Not a big one. This is a Cabezon. Eats a lot of shellfish, like I was mentioning, hangs out in rocks. The jaws on these things are like just vice grips. They just crush shell. I mean, they're a pretty strong jaw on these fish. In fact, you can hear them cracking, grinding in the back. Cool looking fish though. Cabby. Cool. For the past, I don't know, 3 hours, Alex has been fishing with a buddy. That seagull has been following him like the whole time. And he's just sitting there chatting with him. I hear the buzzing of a drone. Only means one of two things. It's either me or Paul Williams. And since mine is in my box here, it's gotta be Paul. What's up?